thank you, Sarah, for bringing up a story that I missed about actually one of my favorite actors. So, and this guy is one of my favorite. I got like
Bradley Cooper.
I got like a bro crush on this guy, you know.
He's a handsome fella.
He's very handsome, and he's always cool in his movies. So like,
he always plays the cool guy.
He does.
The nonchalant cool guy.
I'm not a gay person, but Bradley Cooper like would be my.
If you had to choose.
If I had to choose, yeah, no, he's awesome. All right, so this is Bradley Cooper, plastic surgery rumors. What Bradley say it's not so. So this news actually hit a couple weeks ago, and somehow I missed it. After Bradley Cooper, who's 50 years old, and Gigi Hadid? Yeah, Hadid. Hit some big Vogue party, and of course, you know, they're taking all these pictures, and when the pictures hit the media, his fans kind of lost it because they said he looked unrecognizable and looked like Charlie Sheen. No, not Charlie Sheen. Wow.
Charlie Sheen always has like this confused look about him.
I know, right? He always looks like he's up to no good. And, and that's probably true. Like,
well, it's because that's his history.
He's a little bit on the wild side, which that's cool. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So of course the plastic surgery rumor mill fired up, and people were saying he had a facelift and a neck lift, and his eyelids done, and Botox and fillers and all this stuff. And there was actually 2 plastic surgeons were quoted in 2 different articles, and one was convinced that he had plastic surgery, and the other said he didn't. So we are going to be the judge today. All right, so let's throw up that pic again, Brennan, that second pic. Yeah, so he does look different, right? I mean, you guys know Bradley Cooper. That doesn't look, I mean, it is Bradley Cooper, but he looks different to me. Would you guys agree? Like, doesn't look like himself?
He doesn't. He looks not Bradley Cooper-ish. I mean, I know that usually he has more scruff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a lot of it too.
But there's another picture where he just looks, to me, looks completely off.
Really? Because I looked through pictures last night for hours looking.
He has that he looks like his eyes are just like.
It may be one of the ones I'm going to show. I don't know. So I do want to compare. I pulled a picture. I want to pull a picture from a little bit in the past. So I pulled a picture from
his heyday.
No, not from the heyday. I don't want to do that. I want to pull a picture from like a year ago. Yeah, just because, you know, if he had surgery recently, I wanted to compare it to more recent photos. This is last year.
Yeah. See, he definitely looks different because his beard is darker, and his beard on the other side is like
and his
light
hair is
and gray.
different too. You know, his hair is different. But I do think his face looks different, and so I'm going to give people a pass on the rumor mill. Because I think to the untrained eye, you very well may think that he's had surgery. But if he had surgery, there's certain things that we would be looking for that I am going to go over with you guys. So a couple things, like I would want to see, speaking specifically to facelift and neck lift, I'd want to know a couple things. One, is there a change in like the jowling? Because that's what a lot of people, especially men, will notice where they will start to be like, oh, I need to do something. So jowling is basically when the cheeks here, you don't have a clean like jawline. Like this tissue starts to sag just with age, and you can notice that. And in fact, I started to get it like a year or 2 ago, and I think I've told you guys before, I did like a laser treatment, and like it went away because thankfully it was very, very subtle. So yeah, I totally get, you know, why people want to fix that. The other thing I'd look for is changes to the hairline, because one of the things that a facelift does is makes the incisions along the ear, but then once you pull that skin, it pulls this skin towards the back of your head. And so when you're doing facelifts on men, you always got to talk to them about, hey, you know, your sideburns, like they're gonna be like
different.
They're gonna be gone basically, depending on how much skin there is. And so that's one of the telltale signs I would look for is like, can I see his hairline along his sideburn area? So I pulled some pics. All right, show that next pic, Brenda, if you would. Okay, this is the same photo shoot, all right? So let's start at the bottom. So if you look at the bottom arrow, it's pointing to that little kind of curve along his jawline. And I'm not picking apart Bradley Cooper here. Like, I mean, the guy's a good looking dude. I already say he's my bro crush. So Bradley, if you're watching this, I love you, man. All right, so you see though that he's got like some jowling right there, okay? Yeah. Like that's what you would expect for somebody that's 50 years old. And so right off the bat, I'm like, okay, well, if he got a facelift, like he got a terrible facelift because they didn't even fix the one problem that you would want to fix. Now, I know this picture probably doesn't look super crystal clear to us in the studio, But if you look at that second arrow where it says hair normal, I'm looking at his sideburn, and I'm looking at that clear space between his sideburn and the anterior or the front part of his ear. Like there hasn't been skin taken up there.
Right.
Like, so he did not have a facelift. I mean, I can tell you that. Looking for the eyelid, because he's always had a blepharoplasty or eyelid job. I mean, he's got like eye wrinkles. Like, I mean, I can see them even on this crappy monitor. So, you know, again, it doesn't look like he's had his eyelids done. So, like this one picture here to me is basically proof that he hasn't had a facelift, he hasn't had a neck lift. I don't think he has eyelids done either, because if he did, they'd look different than they look now. So, you know, looking at that, I mean, I think I can safely say I agree with the people in the camp of he has not had recent surgery. I mean, unless there's something else I'm missing, which I don't think I am, because I went through tons of pictures. Like, this guy's not had surgery. So, you know, I think then the question is, okay, well, what's different about him? Like, I mean, and not to pick apart somebody for their looks, but like what started this rumor mill of, oh, Bradley Cooper's, you know, had all this surgery? Well, I think you hit the nail on the head, Sarah, when you said he's clean shaven.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes you look different. Like, if you're used to seeing somebody with like a beard, which he almost always has that like kind of scruffy goatee and like all of that.
Well, it's usually darker, and it just looks like it's gone grayer.
Yeah,
So it's not as
and
prominent.
it's really thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is hairstyle's a little bit different. I think that's why he caught the Charlie Sheen comments. Because, you know, a lot of times he has his hair slick backed, and now his hair is more like mine, where it's like short and kind of frazzled, and it looks different on him. But there is one thing I did want to point out. Go back, Brenna, to what is the next picture? I can't remember. Let's see. Is it?
That picture.
Oh, that's him. Okay, so that's him like a month ago, by the way.
That's the picture that I think he looks so weird in.
Really?
I think there's just something different about him.
I mean, his hair's different. I pulled that picture from about a month ago because I was like, oh, look, in this picture, he kind of looks like himself. And then, Sarah, you're like, no, he doesn't.
He just looks so glowy and like softened.
Yeah.
Like a soft filter on him.
Just like
smooth.
Just did this.
Yeah.
He looks like something just kind of just lightly.
But his eyes still have those like the little wrinkles by his eye.
Maybe he got like a really serious like laser.
Yeah, I mean, and I think, and I've said this before, I'm convinced that all celebrities
like one of the lasers that like after you do it, it looks like your face is melted off.
Maybe. I mean, I would not doubt it. One, you could never tell for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't tell for sure unless you see them right after it happened. Which
I
obviously,
believe it.
But
maybe he got veneers.
You know, he did do something to his teeth. I remember reading that.
Veneers can change your face.
Well, I looked at that, and I'm looking at his face, and to me, like, at least his facial structure looks more like Bradley Cooper. Outside of the fact that his hair's different, and again, his like beard is kind of patchy. But I want you to look at this picture from a month ago, and I want to compare it to the next picture. Brenna, throw up the next one. Okay, here to me, he looks totally different. So the white arrow, the top arrow, I'm looking at the area in front of his ear and under his cheekbone. To me, it looks hollowed out, like he looks thinner. And
yeah, he does look like he lost weight.
And then the black arrows, look how thin his neck is. Go back to the one where it's the side by side. It was like the second picture, Brenna. Yeah, look at the difference in his neck.
Yeah.
Like his neck is way thinner.
That's what I was looking at too. He definitely looks thinner.
He's lost weight. And then if you look at his body, go to the final picture, Brenna, the one where it's like the full length one where it's him and her. Well, it's kind of hard to tell in that picture, but when I blew that up, he looks like super thin.
Yeah, I bet it's for a movie or something, you think?
That's a great question. In fact, that's exactly what my wife asked, because she came in.
That is a good point. It could be for a movie.
It could be. I was wondering, and my wife asked me that too. I was like, geez, I don't know what Bradley's up to. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Because think of like Christian Bale.
Yeah,
like how he looked in Batman, and then he like did some other movie where he was like addicted to some kind of drug.
Oh, the other one was Matthew McConaughey when he did the one about what was it, Cowboy South 40 or I can't remember, the one about the medications.
Yes.
I can't remember the name of it. But so I think that the reason that he looks so different is because he's lost weight. I don't know if he's been sick. I don't know if he's on the Ozempic. Maybe
the Ozempic?
Maybe the Ozempic is going around.
Got that Ozempic.
Maybe he is doing it for a role, but I think the combination of the weight loss, which hollowed out his face, the hairstyle change, and the beard makes him look like almost like a different person. And so I think that's your answer. I mean, all this talk about surgery is just, nonsense. I can't believe that one plastic surgeon was convinced he had surgery. I mean,
yeah, the TikTok I watched, like the
The British dude?
I don't know. He was just like, yeah, he has scarring right here. You can plainly see and like look like.
Dude, I think that guy's smoking crack, man, because he doesn't have the things I'd look for a facelift, neck lift. I mean,
well, to like, if you want to spread misinformation, just go right to the internet.
And maybe he's doing it for clicks.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. But yeah, I do not think that Bradley Cooper has had recent surgery. So.